Join us as we tour this brand new home in the heart of Encino here in Los Angeles, where classic European architectural style meets the modern California lifestyle. With its resort style in and outdoor living, featuring a pool, a putting green, outdoor kitchen, and even a half basketball court. But just check out the symmetry. Immediately, your first impression, whether driving through the gated entrance or walking through the pedestrian entrance, is wow. Are we somewhere in France? Is it a classic Italian villa? But yet inside, the interiors are modern, but have retained to be elegant also. Let's take a closer look.
I mean, they say in America everything's bigger, and I feel like this house gives that vibe.
So this is your guest house, and it's an entirely self-contained unit.
Is this giving a Romeo and Juliet moment?
I think it could be. We'll explore all 7 bedrooms, 8.5 bathrooms, and inside we have a movie theatre, gentleman's club, expansive living areas, and overall there's a lot to see. And speaking of lots, this one is approximately 40,000 square feet. In terms of lot orientation, I think the developers have done a great job of having the home sit right in the middle. So you have a really nice amount of frontage. You do have an in and out driveway, lots of lush landscaping here, which I think is often neglected to the extent that it should be on a grand home like this. You have your pedestrian entrance in the center, but yet at the back you have an equal sized garden and pool. Encino then gives you more house and more land for the money. Now, it's not the first home we've toured. We were recently around the corner in Rancho Street at a beautiful $18 million home, a different architectural style, and we featured that, and that is now sold. But today, we're all about exploring this home. Think classic European-inspired style, neoclassical, all about proportions and symmetry, yet inside we have really modern, refined interiors. As of right now, the listing is just under $9 million, which based on the square footage comes out to 915. Now, in comparison to somewhere like Beverly Hills or Bel Air, which would be between $1,200 and $1,500 for the median value, you can see what I mean about more house for your money. Everything from the entrance to the fountain to this double height portico set the scene for what we're about to see. Now just come on closer and take a look at this entrance door. So if you think about the height and proportion, we have the door here and a beautiful window. So throughout this property, another thing they've done well is so much natural light really floods the space. All right, who's ready to head on inside?
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Come on in, everyone. Let me show you the interiors. Now, as Matt mentioned, the house from the outside has a very classical feel, but inside the interiors are very modern, light and airy, and in the entrance, double height ceiling heights.
That's impressive and lets so much natural light through that top window.
I love the archway of that window above the front door.
And then inside, quite a neutral palette with the wide plank European oak flooring, and you start to get a feel for what the interior space is like.
And the sight lines all the way to the back garden. As you walk in, you can see the pool, the landscaping at the back. It's a really nice layout, this house, isn't it?
I actually quite like how you can't see the staircase straight away. If you think about a lot of grand homes, the staircase would be right there in the middle. And whilst they can be beautiful, I think the layout and the flow here is quite nice.
Just a bit hidden. Anyway, I'm going to take you through to the dining room first. There's no doors at the front of this house, so the dining room and formal living space, you sort of just flow right in, and I feel like you're instantly drawn up to this ceiling detail. There's white beams in sort of a geometric style, 12-seater table in here, so I can imagine this space being for formal dinner parties, perhaps a family dinner on Thanksgiving or Christmas. And what I love about this room are the French doors. It's sort of leaning into that French Renaissance feeling.
I think for hosting, you're exactly right. The way you can pull in here, the in and outdoor lifestyle. Of course, this is California. It's a very important part of living here. They've done a good job with that.
I feel like eating in here with the breeze coming in, the sun shining in, you could feel like you've teleported back to France.
And you're wearing the perfect outfit.
Yes.
I mean, photos.
Should we have a moment out here?
Let's do it.
And I like that they've added these kind of banisters. It's giving that neoclassical feel.
We talked a little bit about the lot utilization. I absolutely think that is paramount. The way you can come out into your front garden, you don't feel like you're on the road, but yet, like distance-wise, you're still very close to the west side of LA, Studio City.
Across from the formal dining table, there's a wine display in more of a dark walnut wood, which is contrasting to the white oak flooring. But again, a house at this price, you definitely need some sort of wine display. It looks pretty cool, even if you don't drink. Anyway, let's head back through the entrance. I'm going to take you to the formal living space. There are 2 living spaces in this house, a gorgeous one just around the corner. But I love this space because it's set up to be more conversational, maybe a cozy winter night by the fireplace, or just waiting for Christmas dinner to be served.
Because don't forget, we have the movie theatre. So whilst you see no TV here, I do like that. I wouldn't want to necessarily come through the entrance and there's a massive TV on display. Maybe a Samsung frame TV would work. Now this window and door behind me is east facing. So this can be somewhere where you can enjoy a morning coffee, make the most of that morning sun. And the good thing is that then means the garden is southwest facing.
And look how big. It's nearly the same height as me, this fireplace.
That really lends to the grand European neoclassical style features of this home, but yet modern conveniences like the speakers in the ceiling.
And the layered tray ceiling, I did show you the ceiling in that other room with the geometric shaped beams, but a layered tray ceiling here with the moulding, it's giving that timeless touch that the exterior gives.
It's quite bold though, because I've noticed there's a different ceiling style in each room so far, and as we explore, we'll see even more. So to have a different ceiling in every room, you might think it wouldn't work, but you guys can let us know as we keep exploring.
Across from the lounge is a spacious powder room with a porcelain vanity, brushed gold hardware, and a dramatic black tile for contrast. In the left wing of the home, it lends itself to a stunning guest bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe and spacious ensuite, flooded with natural light through 3 large windows. You'll then find a full home cinema, fully soundproofed and dark walled for the full movie theatre experience, whether you're hosting a film night or binging your favourite series. Next to the cinema room is what I'd call the gentleman's room, a classic games room with rich wood panelling, exposed ceiling beams and doors that slide open directly to the putting green outside. Perfect for playing pool, poker, or just winding down with a drink and some fresh air.
As we continue throughout the home, we're now at the staircase. Now this is nicely positioned in the center, but as we touched on, it's not a main focal point as you come through. In addition to the staircase, you have an elevator which accesses all floors, and that can be called with a simple press of a button here, nicely tucked away behind a traditional door. You really wouldn't even know it's there. To add to the detailing, there's some storage here, somewhere to display some prized possessions, some books. There's storage across here. Now as we go through, we're now in the back part of the house, and as you'll see, lots of natural light flooding in through here. They have a more breakfast casual dining spot here with the tray ceiling above and a gold chandelier. But now it is time to head over and check out this kitchen with double islands.
The kitchen really has a mix of classic and modern elements with the white cabinetry and the brushed gold hardware. Now I really like the placement of this sink. It's quite bold. They've gone for brass, I guess, to match the hardware on the cabinets. And it's actually called an apron front sink, because as you can see, the sink, it sort of protrudes itself over the cabinetry. But the best part is this picturesque view over the garden. I love that they've done the 3 windows here. You just want to wash up and be able to look outside. I love a kitchen island, so the fact this house has 2, I mean, they say in America everything's bigger, and I feel like this house gives that vibe. It's just every room is big. There's 2 islands, and I love that. The countertop and backsplash is stone Cortez, and there's some really nice gold detailing throughout. And I thought this was quite cool. I'm pretty sure this is an American thing. I've seen it in a few houses in the UK and Europe, but it's like a pot filler. So you just put your pot there and you fill it up. I really want one of them. Now over on this wall, all integrated cabinetry. And I like that they've put the panels on the fridge and freezer. Again, it's a huge fridge. Fridges are not this size in England. Look at that. Lots of storage too throughout, and round here, you can actually access into the formal dining room. You have a pantry on this side, and I guess this worktop space is nice. Maybe you want to move the mess out of the kitchen and just prep the food here. But again, great storage. Now back out, let's go to the informal living space where, as we can see, Matt has already made himself at home.
I have.
Talk about oversized sofa. Look at this L shape. I've never seen it so long.
I think modelling something like this in the cinema would be a nice touch. But this is an amazing space to hang out. It lends to that estate-like feel that traditional homes in Encino have, because I'm looking out to the garden, got tons of lush landscaping and greenery behind me, and as a new construction, that is something that I'm particularly looking for. We're already very private.
Another ceiling detail in here. There's so many different ones.
We have a coffered ceiling here.
I think Maybe if a basketball player bought this house, they would definitely fit on this sofa.
Perhaps it's made for that, because from research, a lot of NBA stars have actually bought within the Encino neighborhood over the years.
A lovely touch in this room is this walnut shelving. The staging company have styled it with a few little vases and books and trinkets, and a really nice book stand.
So shall we show everyone outside?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, come with us. We're going to take you and check out the backyard. We have a lot to explore, and don't forget, we're still going to go upstairs, show you the amazing principal bedroom and all of the other rooms as well.
And there's rooms down here that we need to show you. One is a massage room.
Oh, excited to see that. So welcome to the backyard. You can see a bit more of the exterior profile right now, but actually go a bit further back and you can see it all. There we go. Now you get a full view of this home, and you also get a glimpse of the pool, which I think they've nicely positioned here. It's a beautiful blue color, which really complements the white as you see throughout the house.
One of my favorite parts of this house are the bedrooms. All have access to an outdoor space, not just the principal bedroom, every single room. So if you do come over and you get given, I guess, the smaller room, you actually still have an outdoor terrace.
Outdoor terrace and the ensuite as well.
So good. Should we take them to the basketball court?
We've got a half basketball court over here, as well as a grounded rooted tree here. Now the word encino actually comes from the Spanish word for oak, I believe, which apparently in about the 1700s, one of the largest oak trees in California was planted here, and that's part of where it got the name. Now, if you're a local, you can correct me on that or add some additional context.
Shame we don't have a ball to shoot some hoops.
It's a cool spot to hang out, right? And you also get a really cool view of the house. I think if you're out here in the evening practicing and you look back, you're certainly going to feel proud of your achievement to be living here.
Well, they've just added a few different moments in the garden. So there's this half basketball court, and then over here is the putting green.
So the putting green, of course, is artificial grass. And now, whilst I'm not a fan of artificial, I can accept it for the putting green, but I'm so glad they've gone for real grass across here. Now, it's especially a challenge to keep it looking healthy in California, of course, because of the climate. But there's nothing like being able to step outside in the morning, bare feet on the grass. So I think that's a great choice.
We'll take you to the other side of the garden now, where there is a guest house. Let's go.
What do you think to these seating areas?
Yeah, I love outside seating, especially in LA. I mean, coming out here with your lunch on a nice sunny day, maybe not in peak summer because it does get a little too hot.
Well, that's where the shaded spots are quite cool. And then up there, that is your principal bedroom suite balcony.
I think potentially I would add another space with a canopy or
Some more
shelter
shade.
just for some extra shade. But I love these day beds. I could definitely have a good nap on one of them.
So this is your guest house, and it's an entirely self-contained unit. So it means that you can have guests come and stay here, enjoy privacy. They can actually come through the side entrance here, so they wouldn't need to go through the main house all of the time. But you know what? If you wanted to just keep it for yourselves and use it as a summer chill out spot, you could obviously have some more games rooms set up here.
It's similar style to the house with the white oak flooring, the white panels, and pretty much the same kitchen with the brass hardware and white cabinetry. You've got probably all you need for a short stay.
Bedroom area through there, or office, and ensuite, and look, different ceiling.
It's getting a little hot out here, so I'm excited to go back inside. What was your favourite part of the house so far, Matt?
So far it's between two. It's the way they've utilised the lot and the central position, but also the flow of the rooms and the real open feel inside. How about you?
I really like the white panelling on the
Yeah.
walls. It's sort of that elegant, timeless touch, and the white oak flooring. I'm a big fan of that. So along with the big fridge inside, there is a big grill. Ready? Wow.
That's cool. Yeah, the only thing I've changed here is just having some shade over this area. Love to spend some time barbecuing, but in the summer heat, it can get pretty intense here.
Okay, well, the doors are here to the next room, and this is currently set up as a massage room. So you could definitely change what this room is, perhaps. I mean, there is gym equipment in here. I was going to say gym, but Matt's ready for his massage. I'll carry on the tour. Oh, sorry, there's a sauna here that I've just forgot about. A
I do like
sauna
that.
is a must, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I personally would make this a yoga studio.
A yoga studio, what? We can have some equipment though.
Yeah. There's a Jack and Jill ensuite here, which you can access from this room or from this corridor here. Additional storage here for some coats, your shoes, perhaps a nice seating area to put your shoes on. Through this door is the garage, so Matt's going to take you through
Let me
that.
take you guys in. Come on through. Now the garage is a crucial part of any home for me, and it's also important to show you, not every tour does. So the setup here, they have a double door and then a single door over there. So you could certainly fit 3 cars. Could you fit a car stacker here? Only if they were very small. But you of course have tons of space on the motor court for additional parking. You've got lights throughout here and a door entry through that way as well. Now let's head back into the house. Directly next to the garage is your home office, where it seems like Summer is working hard on something.
Just reading a book, but I did forget to bring my glasses, so I've got my trusty magnifying glass.
You know that's only pictures.
True.
What are you reading?
Anyway,
I think it's time we head upstairs.
Yeah, let's show you upstairs.
Now, similar to the entrance hall, the width on the staircase is actually impressive too. Look, we can both walk up together. It gives a glimpse of the paneling, which they've continued, and it goes all the way to the top. So whether you're an art collector and you have more of an eclectic style and you want to cover this wall, or if you want to add loads of family photos and be that family.
I think I would leave it as is, personally.
Yeah, if you're more into the minimalist aesthetic, you can leave it as is. Now, we're at the top of the staircase, and look, we have all of this space, again, with natural light coming from both the front of the house and from the back of the house here, and I think that's a really important part to mention.
This is the elevator access door, so you'd come up through here. I just want to touch on the mezzanine level. You could actually see this from the entrance. I don't know if I watched too many movies as a kid, but I always thought as a kid it would be fun to jump off a mezzanine onto a chandelier. Did you ever think that?
I did, yeah, but just to caveat, we're not recommending that.
No, we're not recommending it. I just always thought it would be quite cool. But it's a gorgeous view out to the front over that fountain. It really does feel very French, doesn't it?
Now let's go show you the principal bedroom. It's like an entire luxury hotel suite in here.
I do like the furnishings the Stages have done in this house. Talking of furniture, Matt and I recently moved from Miami to LA, and we had a lot of furniture in Miami. So with the help of Roadway Moving, we packed all our furniture up and put it into a storage unit. So we're spending the summer in LA. We're excited to bring you so many cool house tours, and Roadway Moving were incredible at helping us move our furniture.
I have to say, hats off to them. From the moment we had the consultation call, they asked us every single thing we had, went through a full checklist, to the moment they actually arrived, packaged everything with impeccable care and attention to detail, all while we literally sat around working on our laptops. It was totally hands-free experience.
From the morning they arrived, packing everything into the storage unit, we then caught a flight at 5 p.m, so there was a little bit of a deadline. They managed to stick to it, and we got on a flight straight to LA.
So the great thing is, we're now happy to recommend them to you guys. We like to try everything first. We've genuinely used them ourselves. So Summer is going to hook us up with a discount code.
Yeah, I'll leave the discount code on screen if you're doing a local or long distance move, or in the description below. But yeah, if you want somebody to handle your furniture with care, definitely recommend them.
Now we're going to show you guys out onto the balcony, which we saw from the garden. So Summer, after you, take us out. You're wearing the perfect dress for this moment.
Is this giving a Romeo and Juliet moment?
I think it could be. Let's head over to the balcony. Well, I should really be down there, cooling up.
It's a great shot looking at the garden from this perspective.
I do like the way that they've incorporated the jacuzzi spa within the pool. They've got a bit of a bar shelf. But now let's go check out the actual bedroom part of this room, because that is equally quite impressive, especially when it comes down to the ceiling heights. We haven't really talked about ceiling heights that much throughout the house, but it is worth mentioning because whether you're on the ground floor or this first floor, you do have generous ceiling heights. I mean, if you look at us in comparison to this, these are the things that make a space feel genuinely luxury.
There's also access to another terrace. Come on out, as it's a lot bigger than you expect. There's actually a table out here, a lovely spot to have a morning coffee or your breakfast, maybe chilling out on the sofa. But again, such a good outdoor space. And there's also access here through these double doors into another bedroom. But before we go in there, let's go back to the ensuite.
Yeah, let's check out the ensuite. But before we go in, it's worth taking a moment to look at all the ornate detailing they've gone for. I think they've really gone all out. And who noticed a different ceiling style in there too? So I think that's 5 or 6 styles so far. So the question is it pulling together nicely? Does it work? You'll have to let us know. Come back through.
And this fireplace is dual-sided, so you can enjoy the fire on while you're in bed, or if you're chilling in the lounge opposite.
I think you'd appreciate that more than you initially think, because in California, of course, in the evenings and in the mornings, it can be a little bit cooler, especially in the winter. So I do think you could make this space feel really great in the summer, but also quite cozy. Now let's take you through to the ensuite, which is back this side. Summer, come on in here and check this out. You're gonna like this.
Wow.
Look at this. This is how far we would be away from each other in the bathroom. So you've got your sink over here, and then here's me all the way on this side.
It is great when you do get to a price point and there is one of everything. So there's one toilet each, a sink and a whole cabinet mirror section, a wardrobe. I guess you share the bath.
Yeah, you do. We can still meet at the bath, we can meet at the shower.
Let me show you the walk-in wardrobe because this is one of the most important parts in a house buying process for me. Wow. So you've got some cabinets with doors, some shelving. Perhaps you could even add a center island for jewelry. There's just got a bench here at the moment. This space here is perfect for a door with a full-length mirror. That is a must in a walk-in wardrobe.
Now I'll show you guys the other walk-in wardrobe from this ensuite. So like the bathroom, you have dual sides. As well, of course, you've got the dual wardrobes. This one has some shelving space, some hangers, and a couple of drawers through there. Now to talk about some other cool features in the bathroom, they do have some hidden storage, and they've even done the paneling design throughout here. So little details like that do make a big difference. And of course, you've got lots of storage throughout this area. Okay, that's the principal suite, but of course we have a number of other bedrooms to check out on this floor. Let's go. Come on through. You know, the house is beautiful. It does also need to be functional. So I like the fact that you've got lots of storage up here, shelving, some space here to just, I don't even know what you would do there, but it's space. Directly adjacent to this is the upstairs laundry, which is a very popular feature in American luxury homes. So you've got space for your washer and dryer here, tons of storage, little hanging rail, really all that you need. And now the next bedroom is through here. Now I am impressed, and guess what? Another ceiling. How many is that? 8 different ones now. So what do we think? How would we rank the top ceilings that we've seen so far? I do think that adding something in each and not leaving them just white has actually really helped this house. Very often in a spec new home, if everything is white and grey, it gets a little bit mundane. So I think they're trying something there which actually works. Now, you know about the terrace to the other side and how that connects to the principal bedroom because we checked that out. But this one also has its own terrace through here. That's impressive. So adding to that real estate-like feel of the home, you're able to just step outside and feel very peaceful. So I can just about hear the water fountain. We've got all of the greenery, the mountains within the background, and of course, being Encino, lots of established trees along the street. So a seating area, place to hang out here, and now you'll see later the next bedroom could also access this space. So really, if you've got lots of guests enjoying it, you can very much hang out together. Now finally, this bedroom has an ensuite through that door and its own walk-in wardrobe through here, and these doors take you out to the other terrace that we've seen. So directly from here is the next bedroom. So again, what do we like? Well, it's got its own wardrobe and ensuite again. That's really a box you want to tick in a new construction home of this price range, but we still want to feel like the rooms are genuinely usable. Now this one is perhaps slightly smaller, so it's been set up as a kids' room. You've got a Juliet balcony here that you could step out. Again, you can enjoy the view. Even if you just use it for the natural light, it's great that it's floor to ceiling. Ensuite through there and the wardrobe as we mentioned. So continue with me. We're gonna head now to the other side of the house. You get another feel of the grand corridor up here. You look like you're relaxing out over there somewhere. On this wing of the house, we've got some more storage. There's a bedroom through there, but first, let me take you into this guest bedroom. It actually has the same ceiling as the other side, but the most impressive thing for me about this room is again the ceiling heights. It does make it feel grand and like you're in a luxurious bedroom space. And I think that's what this is. So you have an expansive terrace this side as well as access to the other one. And I don't think it's very often you see a home in this price point that every room has access to the outside, but also it's not just a small Juliet balcony. These are proper terraces that you can go out, you can have a lounge chair, you can have a table and chairs. And I think that is a huge value add. Then this one has an ensuite that is very much similar to the last one. It actually has a shower over the bath. So for some people that would be a plus, at least it's diverse. And then over that side is the wardrobe. Now coming across, let's check out one of the final bedrooms. This one you'd access the terrace through there. And then this one is a slightly smaller, but still a usable bedroom, Juliet balcony. Ensuite is the same. I would have liked to see maybe a few more materials used in the ensuites just to mix them up a little bit. But obviously from a new construction standpoint, like it's pretty common and you can customize it if you want to. Let's recap everybody then. So we have just under $9 million here in Encino. 7 bedrooms, 8.5 bathrooms, 9,385 square feet. What are you doing down there?
Oh, I'm just enjoying another reading spot.
Oh, another reading spot. I thought you were enjoying that reading spot. That's a different one.
Come on down.
All right, I'm on the way. So here you are, Summer. I was just wrapping up with everyone actually the final specs of this home, and as a reminder, it is actually currently for sale right now with Vydria of Christie's here in Southern California. So if you do want even more information and actually to check that out for yourself, head over to the description.
And if you enjoyed the tour, please remember to hit the subscribe button down below. We really appreciate it, and we'll continue to bring you some amazing house tours.
All right, see you guys next time.
Bye.
Welcome to one of the most extraordinary properties currently on the market in New York City. The most expensive home listed on the Upper West Side.
This single-family townhouse offers an unparalleled combination of luxury, space, and historical charm right in the heart of the city.